Hello and welcome to the Northeast Practical Living YouTube channel. This is my very first video, so thank you very much for clicking on it and giving it a chance. Before I continue, I want to say this up front. The camera work, the audio, editing, it's all a work in progress. This is all very new to me, so I'm learning as I go, and things may feel a little rough around the edges. That's because they really are, and I'm okay with that, and I'm working through it. I figured I'd rather start now and improve over time, rather than wait until everything was absolutely perfect, because if I did that, I would really never start at all. So the idea behind Northeast Practical Living came from something I kept running into over and over again. I'd be working on something, a project, planning a project, thinking through how I'm going to set something up, trying to figure out the best way of doing something. And I'd go online, I'd look for videos, and either I couldn't find exactly what I was looking for, or what I did find didn't really fit my situation. Sometimes the information would be there, but it wasn't presented in a way that had all of the detail needed, and it didn't fit how I actually live and think and make decisions day to day. So that's where the YouTube channel comes in. When I say practical living, I don't mean that there's one right way of doing things. I also don't mean that everything has to be optimized or efficient or perfect. Really, to me, practical living is about making choices that make sense for your life, your space and your time, your goals. It's really about trying things, adjusting when something doesn't really work out right, and being okay with learning as you go. That mindset really applies to a lot of areas of my life. How I approach building things, how I cook, how I spend my time, and how I approach everyday problems. You'll see a mix of content on this channel because my interests are very broad. I have a mix of interests. There will be a bunch of projects, planning and building of different things. I'm working on designing a hydroponic system for a brand new greenhouse that I will be installing in the spring. Not because what I do is better, it's I'm learning, and I'm going to share that with you and find out what works and what doesn't, what makes sense, maybe for where I live. Some of the videos will be more detailed, where other videos might be just sharing an idea or a thought process behind something, maybe something that I've learned. I don't want this channel to really be boxed into a particular format where every video has to follow like the same structure for every video. That can be boring. I want it to be flexible, honest, useful. The channel isn't about really pretending to be an expert. I'm not here to tell anyone how they should do something. It's really how I'm doing something. What works for me might not work for you. It's not about trends. It's not about fancy edits on videos. I definitely don't know what I'm doing on editing. And it's definitely not keeping up with whatever is popular at the moment. It's more about just sharing practical point of view videos, what I'm working on, how I'm thinking through it, and what I'm really learning along the way. The northeast part of the name is really about the context of where I live. So living in the northeast shapes how you plan for things, build, and think about everyday life. The seasons have a big impact on design decisions, weather, the pace of life. So, even if you're not in the Northeast, a lot of the ideas and experiences will still translate to you. It's not, it's a lens that I'm coming from, like for outdoor building and things like that, to accommodate for snow and freezing and things like that, but some of these things will still apply to you. Going forward, you can expect my videos to be practical, a little bit experimental. Some things will work. We'll find that some things don't work, and I'm okay with that. The goal here is to document the ideas, projects, and everyday life in a way that is useful for everyone. If any of that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate you sticking around. Subscribe if you want to follow along on my journey, and feel free to leave a comment, especially if there's something that you've been trying to figure out yourself. Maybe I could help, and maybe others in the comments can help as well. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching my very first video, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you.